All right, we're live.
That's the one.
Live. How are you,
Every
Greg?
week.
How are you doing, Gregory?
It's Monday.
It's Monday. You're right. It is Monday. And if anybody has any questions about what Monday means, they can always
email us at john@thejohnbrownshow.com or greg@thejohnbrownshow.com for advice, you silly bitches.
I like that we're opening with that now.
yes, and
You motherfuckers need to email us for
all right,
fuck's
we're
sake.
live. Oh
That's the
no,
one.
it didn't mute. I'm gonna
Wow.
figure out how to mute the goddamn feed beforehand. I keep forgetting.
Yeah, it's okay.
We can always just like pop back, like watch.
At john@thejohnbrownshow.com or greg@thejohnbrownshow.com for advice, you silly bitches.
Why won't it mute? There we go.
I'll just drag it all the way down. I don't use this fancy technology. But I too thought it would be a good idea. We got Jesse in the feed with us this week already. He's like camping out. We should give that man a prize.
Sup?
He deserves a goddamn medal. He's here every week since he heard that we're live.
I know, it's fantastic. Like maybe a minute. Oh, hey, Alyssa, what's up?
Oh shit.
What's up?
All right.
Oh
It's
my god.
This is quickly becoming Monday and Friends.
I like that. I like
I like-
Monday and Friends.
I like Monday and Friends too.
All right, I'm right. You know what? I'm writing that down.
As if Monday were a person.
We're changing it to Monday and Friends.
All right.
I like that. Anything to take more of the name off of me is good.
Really?
Yeah.
You're not liking the I Know I'm Wrong with John Brown and Friends?
I don't mind it, but I like the and friends part better.
Really?
Yeah, because it wouldn't be the same without my friends.
It's true.
You know? It would
This
just
is
be me
true.
railing into a microphone.
It does give me like a certain amount of like wiggle room to get out of sometimes though. So like if people like it, I'm like, oh yeah, my friend John and I. If they don't like an episode, I'm like, oh yeah, well it's John's show.
Perfect. I like that.
his name is in the title, so
I really respect that. I really
no,
do.
at the very least, you respect me for being so honest.
Oh, absolutely. I like that. It's creative. That's what that is.
It is.
It's creative.
Critical thinking, creative problem solving.
Anyways, take the pressure off yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is not really like you.
No,
You know? Usually it's like, no, it's me.
no, yeah, that's. Well, I don't want to step on your artistic toes here.
Okay. There's art to this.
Well, there's something. There's something.
There is something. It's called
Be it-
love.
Go on.
It's love.
It is love.
Mhm.
So on that note, what did you love this weekend?
This past week,
Yeah.
you know, it's just I've been really busy. I have with my arm wrestling. I'm possibly going to be going out to Vegas at the end of May
Ooh, very nice.
for a big tournament. So basically, just been trying to get in the best shape of my life, which is no easy task. It just takes a shit ton of work.
Right.
So basically what I've been doing is I've been hitting up as many arm wrestling practices as I can. So I've been training a whole bunch. So it's been a lot of driving, a lot of pulling, and yeah, I'm just trying to adapt to it. I'm a little, broken down from it.
I can understand that.
Yeah, most arm wrestlers, just for context, most arm wrestlers believe once a week is all you need on a arm wrestling table with a group of people. I don't necessarily disagree with it, but I can do a lot more than that if I really want to, and I think most people can. It's just they don't. This past week, I pulled since we talked. I pulled Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Ooh.
Yeah. So today, Monday, I'm a little beat up, but
That's acceptable though.
yeah, I think it's pretty acceptable. One thing that I will explain, because most people just won't know, is that there really isn't a way to explain the soreness that comes from it, because you really don't get muscle soreness. Like, you go to the gym, you lift weights, you're sore for the next, day or two. It's not like that at all. The best way I can describe the soreness you get from it is you're basically intentionally giving your tendons and ligaments like light sprains. So it's a different type of pain. It's a type of pain that drives most people out of the sport, to be honest with you.
I wouldn't want to go through every day feeling like something was pulled. I know my biggest challenge. I've been going to the gym myself for the past week since the last show.
Yay, Greg!
And just the amount of bitching that I found, not even like deep inside, just so close to the surface after the most trivial of soreness.
Right. Oh, totally. Yeah.
I don't think I could endure what you do.
Yeah. I mean, like my cousin Jack, who's been on the podcast many times, he started arm wrestling he was probably doing it for a good 3 months. I would say he would come over here during the middle of the week and I would just train him. And he ended up stopping because with his job, which just involves some, fairly light manual labor, which basically he was a stocker and a manager at a grocery store. Yeah, right. I mean,
when you said he was a stalker, I was like, okay.
Yeah, he just stalks bitches.
Yeah, just hangs out in the trees.
He's like, man, holding these cameras up. It's just like, it's gonna hurt my arms.
Put him together with normal corporeal Scott in order to make the second follow-up to his To Catch a Predator mobile game. This is perfect.
This is perfect. You're right. Scott better not fucking. If he steals this, he's gonna fucking. You better pay.
You better pay.
But he had to stop because he was just like, dude, it's too hard to do both. It hurts bad. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I got it.
So he quit the job?
No.
Oh.
Unfortunately, no.
Yeah, there's always that hope. It's like, so I quit working so I could be in better shape.
Hey, I would have taken it because he was a good training partner.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was good. But and my brother helped me out a couple times too. If I didn't have somewhere to train, he would come over and try to help. And he was just like, yeah, I can't do this. It hurts too much. But like with guys like my brother or even Jack, who was when Jack was, even when he was in it, 3 months being in the sport, is you're not even adapted to the physicality of it yet. It takes a good year to get over that pain, and for some people closer to 2 years.
That's also an if you get over that pain, correct?
I think you will if you stick with it. It's just a year of being in pain. Like basically, if you train on a Saturday, you're gonna be in pretty good pain until about Thursday for a year.
Right.
That's just the way it's gonna be. And when you do that, that's a long fucking year. So,
I believe it.
Yeah, everybody will get over it if you stick with it, and then, then that's really after that you can start pushing, the things it takes to get strong.
Sure.
Are you hearing me okay?
I'm hearing you just fine.
All right then.
You thought I was gonna start typing? I can't hear you.
No. Before when you were talking, it broke up for a second.
It could potentially be on my end. I've had complaints that from other activities I've been doing, that my internet has been quote unquote shit for the past weekend.
Really?
It tends to happen from time to time because I do just so much with it.
Well, nowadays it's just the way it is too.
It's just the way that it is. My poor little 5-port router here is just like wheezing and coughing.
It's just red line.
Stop! Let me be.
Their RPMs are just fucking tacked on it. You just won't let it up.
There's been a few times where I think it was actually like supposed to die, and like I took the paddles to it. I'm like, you fucking don't leave me right now. And it's not even one of those things where like in the movies, it's like, don't leave me. I need you in my life. It's like, seriously, you've got more shit to do. I don't want to buy another one of you.
That's all it is. There's no love involved.
No, there is no love involved.
It's like, listen, you can't quit. It's fucking.
It's a piece of fucking hardware. It sits on my desk and it annoys me when it doesn't work, and I don't notice it when it does. Like that's.
So it's like a bad girlfriend.
Right.
Or if you were a bad boyfriend.
Right. No, exactly. It's the type of relationship I have. It's. I mean, I guess it's there. It's not hurting anybody,
right?
Until it does.
Until it stops working, and then it hurts everybody.
Then it hurts everybody. My whole life is ruined.
And then the thing is, too, you could have that router for fucking 3 years, right? And it's working great. And then it doesn't work once, and for the rest of that fucking thing's life, people will go, you'll reference your router to that fucking router sucks.
No, it's true.
Because the one time it didn't work exactly the way it was supposed to.
Yeah, it's true. It's like I just came home and caught my router being gangbanged by a bunch of strange dudes. Like and we're working through it, but things will never be the same.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
like when you get into arguments, it's gonna come up.
yeah, it's gonna come up. It's gonna come up. And so the router's like, well, look how quickly I got Hulu to you today. I'm like, yeah, well, it's no different than the time you slept with 4 fucking guys, router.
Seriously, what the fuck?
What the fuck?
You have to use all your ports.
That was in the past.
For Christ's sakes. Yeah. You fucking whore router.
So I think for a long time I've been extremely paranoid that my neighbors are stealing my Wi-Fi.
Right.
So I've been coming up with increasingly more archaic names for my router over and over to try and confuse them.
Greg 123.
Well, there was a while where the one in my living room used to be called Brinstar, and the one in my basement, because I needed a repeater in my basement because I'm an asshole,
right,
was Brinstar Depths.
Perfect.
And I left one of them unsecured for no other reason than to fish for data.
That's hilarious.
From assholes trying to steal free Wi-Fi. I capped it down to like 1 meg, so it didn't really hurt me, and then just collected.
Fucks yeah.
And that, kids, is why you don't connect to random routers that you don't know what the fuck they are.
Because someone might just find out.
Yeah, because there's people like me out there that do this out of malice and spite because we have too much network equipment and not enough spare time. Or too much spare time, I guess.
Yeah, way too much spare time.
Way too much spare time.
Are you fucking kidding me? You're setting up a fucking relay point for people that are trying to steal your internet?
Well, it happened one day when I was out in my backyard at like the fire pit and was like leaning back, drinking a beer. And I think to myself, as I'm like fucking around my iPad, I'm like, it'd be awesome. that's how that went down.
That is Greg Lohman in a nutshell right there.
It'd be awesome.
What would be awesome if I wasted my time doing this?
It's true.
But yeah, that's been pretty much my week. Just been training hard. I'm going to continue it. I think I'm going out to pull with a team on Wednesday.
Very good.
Yeah, so until the end of May, it's going to be on.
I had something really, really interesting happen to me this afternoon that I didn't expect. This is new, as in within the past 2.5 hours.
Ooh.
Yeah, brand new. Like this content I couldn't even plan for.
Holy moly.
So a few weeks back, I was really excited because I got to the bank and they said they wanted to offer me a credit card. And I was like, curious, because the last I had known, my credit was like totally fucked up and I wasn't eligible for anything.
Right.
I've been working on this over the years as best as I can. My idea of working on it was paying off things that I owed. And then
that's a great idea.
Yeah, not signing up for anything stupid. And then just amassing huge piles of cash, because even though I live pretty frivolously, when you have no like college debt or anything like that, you really don't owe any money. So it's really easy to pile it up.
Sure.
So the bank says they want to give me a credit card. I say, all right, I'll sign up for this, because now I'm thinking to myself, I can build some credit. I got a letter today in the mail that was declined, and I was a little bit heartbroken.
Oh, man.
It's kind of like, what the fuck? But then the notes in the letter were even more perplexing.
Okay.
And it insinuated, and I checked this, I don't have a credit score at all.
Are you an inactive member of society right now?
Apparently.
What happened?
I don't know. I have no idea. But there was this thing's like saying that I'm 32 years old at this point. It's saying that they couldn't find any credit information for me whatsoever. And I'm just sitting there.
Are you like Jason Bourne?
Myself, well, I'm like, is this bad?
Right.
Like, because part of me says, yeah, it is, because it stopped me from getting a credit card, which I'd certainly use to buy something ludicrous and then pay it off I didn't need.
Right.
But on the other side of things, it's telling me that apparently it's not that bad, because I didn't get declined because my credit sucks.
It just doesn't exist.
Yeah, I've somehow found a way to fall off the grid.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
They do call, like, if you I heard this years ago in a bar, so that's my knowledge on this, but basically, if you have a credit card and you put money on it, or you spend money on it and then you pay it all off, if you do that over and over and over again, you really don't amass any credit from that.
Right.
I don't know if that's true or not.
That's not entirely true.
Right. Of course it isn't.
No, it's active in using, like when you're being responsible, making payments on time with your line of credit. It's with their logic, if you had a credit card and you used it and then you closed it and then you got another card and then you use it and you close it, that doesn't help you as much. When you're consistently using and paying your bills with one card that you've had,
Right.
yes, that is exactly how you actually build credit. I don't know what her logic was. Maybe she thought that what you're supposed to do is max it out and then get strangled by it for 10 years, and that's how you build bad credit.
It certainly is.
But no, I can't think of any scenario where using a credit card and paying your bill isn't positive.
Because I just heard some idiot say it. That's all.
No, yeah, they were that. Exactly.
It wasn't like in the best situation.
No,
You know what I mean?
no, they were drunk. I heard that if you use a credit card, there's no more elves. And fell through the table.
It was one of those kind of situations where you're sitting at a bar and there's something on TV and the guy looks at you and just goes, "That's fucking horse shit."
Oh yeah.
You know, it's just that.
I've been there.
And you're like, why would that be? And then they convince you for 20 minutes that it's horse shit with no actual knowledge on why it would be.
It's been a long time since I've been to the bar solely by myself.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you get older or whatever, this is some of the area too. Like here in Minneapolis, it's very, very common for people to go to the bar in small groups of 9+.
Sure.
Like you go with everybody because apparently you strengthen numbers. Like, I don't know. There might be like that one person. So if there's 9 of us, we'll be safer.
Okay.
I don't get the logic. But when I was younger in New Hampshire, I would go to the bar more often by myself than not.
Me too.
And hearing you mention that reminded me of just how annoyed or intrigued I would be within a few minutes of sitting next to some random person.
Yeah, mostly for me, it would be intrigued.
So here's something I've learned as the years have gone on,
right,
is when you go to a bar or a coffee shop where you could potentially have to sit with somebody else, usually you're supposed to sit at the bar if you're by yourself and not with a party and not at a table.
Okay.
But if you bring a laptop, that is a bulletproof conversation riot shield.
It really is. For some reason, people are like, don't bother him. He's on the computer.
Yeah, he's doing something intelligent. And I'm looking at pictures of cats.
Right.
But if I go to a bar and I've got my iPad with me, it means I want to drink at the bar and I want to hear background noise. And I swear to God, if you talk to me, I will cut you.
That's the truth. Isn't it bizarre how it works?
It is.
It does. It does work.
It is. And every time that you sit next to somebody who's there that is just there on their own and they're sitting at the bar and they got an open seat next to you, and we've all been there. You walk in, right? And you see this guy and he's got a chair next to him and he kind of like motions to sit in the chair. And you're both afraid yet compelled.
You're really making a lot of drama out of this. I like it.
No, it's because this is how it goes. Because you're tired as fuck. You're in a bar by yourself, which means you're obviously not there with your girlfriend. And most cases, when you go to the bar by yourself at night, you're trying to either avoid your girlfriend or you don't have one.
Right, and things probably aren't going well. And let's see what we can do to try to either reverse the situation or just go even further into it.
Right. So
most of the time further into it.
So you're looking for a distraction.
Right.
This guy at the bar with a seat next to him, he's there on his own.
He sure is.
But he was waiting to talk to somebody at the bar.
Mm-hmm.
So what is this motherfucker going to say?
Yeah, what does this guy have to say?
Yeah, what does this guy have to say that I haven't had time to pull out my unbreakable conversation riot shield and set it down yet? He doesn't even know I have it.
Right.
So he's just catches you come in. He's like, sit here. So you go over and sit there. He's like, you know why I asked you to sit here? And you kind of tense up a bit. And you look at him. And you're like, no, I don't. He says, I melt gold for a living.
Right.
That's what I think too when that happens.
Right.
And you have to now deal with this because you sat there.
Yep, you chose. You chose this path.
Everybody thought there was a punchline to this story. And here's the funny part about going to the bar. It's not always fucking funny. Sometimes you sit next to the gold melting guy and now you're fucking trapped.
Yep.
You're trapped.
Sometimes you make a gamble and you lose.
He's engaged you. So if you reach for that conversation riot shield right now, he's going to talk to you. Fucking people always obsessed with their technology. People don't know how to have a fucking conversation anymore.
While you're holding onto your laptop.
Yeah. Yeah. Just like staring at him, like sweat running down your eyes. And then here's the thing. You're like, oh, I got a bunch of work to do. And then this is where they'll one up you. They'll say, well, let me buy you a drink. And now you don't even know what the fuck to do. The guy buys you the drink, you're obligated. He doesn't buy you the drink, you can just walk away.
Yeah, now you're like a drink whore.
You're a drink whore.
But you're really happy to be one.
So my question to you, John, is do you take that drink or do you walk away?
Oh, I would have taken the drink.
You have taken the drink?
Yeah.
Do you know why the guy melts gold?
No.
Because it pays pretty good.
Okay.
That's what you just set yourself up for.
It's fair.
Next time it could have been totally different. Different show, different anything.
I'd be nose deep in a beer.
Yeah, you'd be nose
going,
deep
I'm
in a
sorry,
beer.
sir. I wasn't listening.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I can't hear you over the sounds of my self-importance.
Yes. I didn't sit here to talk about gold, sir.
Of course not. Now, you know what's fucked up?
Nope.
This actually happened to me.
The gold story?
The gold story at a bar called Panucci's in Keene.
Oh, I know all about that bar.
I speak from the heart with this one. This is words of wisdom.
Yeah, this ain't some made up story, son.
Only sit next to people that you'd be attracted to. That's my rule of advice when entering a bar. Doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. Are you attracted to that person? Yes, then sit next to them. If not, Twitter.
Yeah, if not, then stop. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, back when I was in bars by myself, there was no fucking Twitter.
Oh, that's right.
Did you forget?
I have.
Nobody brings a fucking laptop into Panucci's.
I used to. I would play Final Fantasy 11 and World of Warcraft in there.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
You might have been the first guy to do that shit.
Maybe.
Especially in that fucking bar. You were the last one to do it in that bar, too.
Panucci's is the type of bar where you go to not get stabbed.
But, like, I don't understand, too, now that we're talking about laptops in any kind of bar setting, that for some reason, if you go to a coffee place, you can pick the biggest table there as long as you have a computer.
Of course.
And then that's your office now.
Right.
And
right.
Nobody even looks at you like, you fucking douche. We have 4 people here. They need to sit down. Oh, never mind. He has a computer.
The worst that'll happen is you get a barista. They'll come up to you and be like, excuse me, sir. Yeah, I know you've got your computer here. I know everyone does it, but we're trying to keep the Macs in the front window. So can you take your computer to the back?
Yeah. Because you're sitting there with your gigantic, you have like the longest table there and your 11-inch MacBook, and you're like, hello, I need room. I need room.
Excuse me, I'm working here.
As you have your little white earbuds in.
I'm trying to write in this incredibly loud and extremely distracting venue. Can you fucking not? Meanwhile, you're on stage playing and staring at him.
Oh, shit. I'm so lucky I haven't had an incident there yet. At Brewbaker's in the coffee house.
Oh, God.
Because that would be bad.
You know what's going to happen? It will happen.
Oh, it's probably going to happen now.
Yeah. Enjoy your Thursday.
No, that's a Wednesday gig.
Oh, it's a Wednesday
But
gig.
that's pretty good. I think I'm actually playing this Thursday at Fritz.
Ooh.
Yes.
That was, you're back and forth on Fritz. You love
It's
Brubaker
50-50.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, Fritz is 50-50. It's either good or it's not good.
Fitzwilliam Inn, is that out?
Oh, I haven't been back. It's a great room, but just nobody shows up.
Yeah.
I might as well just play on my couch. So that's what I do. It's like a half-hour drive each way. I'm not doing it unless there's going to be a crowd there.
Right.
I'm past the part, like the guy who runs the room, he's super nice. And he's like, hey, man, it's good practice. I'm like, I don't need practice to be in front of a crowd. Like I haven't been doing this for months. I've been doing it for years. Like,
right.
I'm past that part.
Right. It's not like you just bought your first guitar and you're going to play it in front of people for the first time ever.
Right. It's like, I don't need the practice. I need a crowd. I need people to listen to it.
I just need people to hear how good I am.
Or even how bad I am. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, how bad I am. Just let me know.
Yeah. Right. It's bad. It's never good when the loudest thing you hear in the room is the echo of yourself.
Yeah.
Because there's no people to absorb the fucking sound.
You adjust slightly in your seat and the scuff of your foot against the floor is like just echoes and you're like, son of a bitch.
You just hear one guy clap. That's the guy who, runs the room. And you're like, thank you.
One guy off clapping in the corner, trying to talk to the bartender about how he used to melt gold.
Exactly. Well, what's bizarre about that room is you're not wrong. It's weird because you walk into the room and it's a great room, but right behind you to the left is the bar where there's people drinking, but they're not willing to see a show.
Right.
So you
right,
do hear
the bar is like turned away from the playing area, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So you hear people clinking glasses and talking about melting gold, and you're sitting there playing your song to nobody.
And then here comes the laptop shield.
Yes, and then that's what I should do. I should go play a fucking half-hour show, and if it's not good, I just take my laptop out and fucking research for 25 minutes. Then be like, hey, you guys are fucking, you don't want to listen? Fine. Don't bother me.
What are you guys looking at? I can find some stuff on the internet too.
23 more minutes. You guys want to listen now?
We don't think as soon as you stop playing, they're like, boo.
I told somebody after like a train wreck set at Fritz where it was just loud. It wasn't even that, like, I didn't play bad. It was just the crowd was terrible. And I'm like, next time I come here, I'm just going to take all the strings off my guitar and just sit up there and just talk for a half hour about politics.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be my show. Maybe they'll listen more then.
Oh my God. If you could do a musical rundown of politics.
Oh, I couldn't. I could not.
The ballad of the New Hampshire state primaries.
That sounds like fucking auditory cancer.
Speaking of politics.
All right.
I try not to usually lift information directly from other forms of media. Like I'll grab something from Reddit here and there, but as far as like other like shows or whatnot, I try and be pretty good about it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if you're familiar with Last Week Tonight with John Oliver.
Yeah.
Okay, so he just did one that involved a segment on the state of New Hampshire.
Yep.
And apparently what had happened is there was this fourth grade class that had petitioned the state of New Hampshire. They wanted to have the red-tailed hawk set as the official state raptor. And they brought it to the floor, and everybody knew it was like a bill being passed by kids, and they want to see how the legislative process works, and let's vote on it. Let's do this. And the state Congress blew up the kids, yelling about how the next thing they know is that this is ridiculous, and we actually need a state hot dog.
The fuck?
We already have a state bird. What's the difference between a bird and a raptor? They're both animals. They both have beaks. They both fly. The state raptor is a predatory beast that rips its prey limb from limb, which is a better analogy for Planned Parenthood.
What the fuck?
They're having this discussion, and the kids are in the room. This is all. I just saw this a few minutes ago. I'm like laughing my ass off, and they shot it the fuck down.
Kids are just sitting there getting like teary-eyed and blinking slow.
Yeah, no, the New Hampshire Congress is just like, no, fuck this, fuck you, kids, go back to school.
That's hilarious.
And
fuck.
Rebecca's laughing. I'm laughing twice as hard because I'm like, that's my state.
Yeah, it's so cold here.
That's the best state on earth.
It's not just cold outside. It's cold. We're cold inside too.
I did have a revelation while I was visiting there, though.
All right.
I would live there in the north near the lakes if I had shitloads of money.
Yeah.
No question.
No, dude, there's parts of New Hampshire. Like, there's a reason. Because I was thinking about this too. Like, I've looked at a few different cities, and everything's more affordable than it is here.
Right.
It's just the way it is. And I don't think that's something that everybody here knows. I mean, I had an idea of it, but I didn't really have that much of an idea of it.
Right.
And, it makes somewhat sense where if you want this area to be somewhere where people retire and that kind of thing, it's like you don't want to have, you want to have, like you said, I'll live here if I have a fuckload of money. They want the people with a fuckload of money.
Not where you live, the other area.
Yes. Well, the thing is, that's where it gets tricky, is that where I live, people think that they're those people with the fuckloads of money.
No.
Like, we have a Keene Country Club.
Kinda.
Well, that's what I mean, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
They have a country club. It's what it's called. Is it really a country club? Of course not.
No.
But I
No,
mean, you know,
it's the furthest thing from a country club. The most exclusivity involved with the country club is that somebody needs to say, "I would like this person to join the country club." It is no more nor less exclusive than the Benevolent Order of the Elks.
oh, exactly. It's exactly the same fucking thing where people show up and they think they're fucking Mr. and Mrs. Howell. And they sit there and go, Lovey, yes, yes. And they feel like they're fucking important
Right.
and keen.
Right.
You know, you're 15 miles away from Troy, where we grew up, which is mostly abandoned.
Right. Right. But please, hand me my brie. I must have it with my wine.
Right, exactly. And it's like, dude, don't you pick up trash?
Is this $2 chuck? I do say it's $2.50 now. The world is clearly going to shit, Jeffrey.
I like your snob impression.
Thank you.
Snobbish Greg is great.
Had plenty of time to practice it in the real world.
Yes. Greg's coming up with characters now.
He looks at me and he says, "Those aren't stocks. Those are bonds." Oh.
I like the too much air that you use to speak.
Of course.
That's perfect. It's beautiful.
Well, because I deserve more air because I'm rich.
Oh, I understand. Don't it's not lost on me. I got it.
Okay. Okay.
But let's talk about someone named Greg Lohman here for a second.
Uh-oh.
You've been hitting the gym consistent.
I have.
For the last week.
For the last week. I've been dieting for about 2.5. I started eating differently a little bit before I had my self-loathing breakdown last week on the show.
Oh, sure. It was great, actually, by the way. I enjoyed it.
Oh, great.
Because I know that, Greg. Like, I know that, Greg. You're my buddy.
Right.
But, sometimes, the audience might not know that, Greg. Right. Because you're always going, we're always talking about your self-esteem being, far higher than the average human.
Well, and it still is.
Of course. But as, Ryan Cole said, it's exhausting.
Right.
Which was beautiful. The way he said that with just such honesty.
Yeah, it's exhausting.
He's like, it's exhausting. And you're just sitting next to him like, what the fuck?
And I was like, wow.
You're like, I'm right here. I'm right here, you motherfucker.
But yes, I've been going. I've kept up my level of determination. It's only been 1 week. There were some exercises that I was trying to do that I decided whoever made them was fucking broken in the head.
I think I got a text about one of them.
Yeah. So was the inverted row where you're supposed to like use one of the machines, you're supposed to squat with it and just like lean on the ground and pull yourself up to it, and then everyone at the gym looks at you like you're some sort of asshole, except for the 3 people who have seen the exercise.
Sure, yeah.
And then they're like, you gotta keep your back straighter. I'm like, I'm sorry, man. I'm weak as shit, you asshole.
I'm doing my best.
I'm weak as shit, 30 pounds overweight. Give me a fucking break.
I'm doing my best. What are you, my dad?
Yeah. So I'm trying some of these exercises, and half me is like, the biggest hurdle I had to get over was the fact that, particularly with like self body weight exercises and stretches and whatnot, is that I'm gonna look like a goddamn goon. Like,
yeah,
I don't have the form. I'm out of shape. I don't look like I'm doing Pilates. I look like a fat guy stomping around for no reason.
Right. To be fair, most people doing exercises looks weird.
They do.
It's just strange.
They do. But the point is like where I feel like this has been really helpful is I had a moment where as I was looking at myself in the mirror and like being really like, as I'm looking at myself, there's like that
Sure.
glimmer of like 6 months down the road where I almost could believe I saw what I'd look like if I kept it up.
Sure.
And I was like, all right, I just got
good
to push
enough.
this.
Right. Good enough for now.
Yeah. I am doing the best that I can. And at least I'm fucking here. Like at least I am here and I am trying.
That's really what it is. That's all it is that you're there and you're fucking doing it.
Right.
And if you do that long enough, things will happen.
And like even like the level of energy I've had just from starting it is actually increasing, aside from like the soreness level increasing.
Sure.
But overall, it's been actually pretty positive, and I'm definitely planning on keeping that up. the hope is to at least lose 15 to 20 pounds by the end of the summer, which is reasonable and realistic.
I think that's realistic. Yeah.
Yeah. Especially with my whole bread is the devil diet. So
well, the thing is too, if you stop eating like, that kind of carbohydrates where it's like grains and starches, you'll lose, man, depending on how much you ate, I would say a good 5 pounds, you'll lose that fast.
Yeah. I'm still taking in vegetables that are high in fiber, but fruits have been eliminated from my diet. And any sort of like processed sugar, flour, wheat, that's all gone too. Beer is out, which sucks.
Yeah.
But it's also one of those things where I look at myself and say, like, if I decide I'm going to cheat and drink this beer, how much progress I potentially lose. Like right now I'm drinking like a vodka soda while we're on the show because that's a relatively low impact alcoholic beverage.
Right.
It's pretty much just the getting it done.
How can we inject the poison with doing the least amount of damage?
Right. It's the getting it done drink.
Sure.
But it's something where I, especially paired with going to the gym now as well as trying to diet, it's put a new spin on it before when I only tried to diet, because now I feel that if I stray from the very, very strict code of what I can and cannot eat that I've set for myself, I feel like I'm losing twice as much progress.
Sure.
Because dieting is a sense of inconvenience and a sense of hunger that you kind of learn to live with.
Mm-hmm.
But going to the gym actually causes real pain. And that's a more quantifiable measure of work than a slight stomach discomfort is when you're hungry.
Right. Yeah, so, diet's one of those things, like you're right. And also diet is almost something that'll happen on its own as long as you don't take in the bad stuff. Like that's the whole point of a diet. Whereas, like going to the gym is a proactive, you absolutely have to spend energy to do anything, worthwhile in the gym. So there is if you want to view it that way, it's like you're paying out to get this thing back in. There's a lot more you're paying out, as far as exercise goes. So if you view it as I'm paying into the system that'll hopefully pay off at the end, it makes it worth more to not fuck up.
Now that said, I did opt out of going today. But that was more a judgment call based off of time perception. I think one of the things I don't want to do is, one of the things I think I could use to though potentially discourage myself from the gym is if I have a day that is too full.
Yep.
Mentally, it would make me want to not do as well at multiple things.
Mm-hmm.
So for this week, my workout set for this week was supposed to start on Monday, but I like to just start them on Tuesday. Because otherwise, I felt like if I left work, went to the gym, came home, and immediately had to be on the show, by the time I'd be done, it would be about 8 or 8:30 my time.
Right.
And then there would be like that kind of feeling where if you do that for too many times, too many days in a row with too many activities, you start to think to yourself, man, I don't have any free time. I should probably drop some of this.
Yeah.
And it's like a mental perception thing where I think
it definitely is.
For anybody trying to add gym scheduling into your weekly routine, it will eat your time, but try and have it eat your time in a way that you perceive it as eating less time than it actually does. Because at the end of the day, 45 minutes really isn't that long. It just
feels like it is. It just feels like it's overwhelming when you go, oh shit, I got to do that too.
Right.
Oh, everything's falling apart in my life. And it's like, no. It's just a little bit.
Right.
And once you feel it a couple of times, you go, oh, okay, it's not that bad.
Yeah. So, but so far so good. It's working. I feel better. I'm going to keep it up.
Yeah, you'll stick with it if you want it. I mean, it's
I will. Yeah.
And it sounds like you do. I mean,
no, I feel like I've had the same mindset that I had to when I like just flat out quit smoking years and years ago, when I was just like, I'm done. Like,
yeah, right.
I'm not doing this anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm at the same kind of point here where there were a few times over the weekend where I was just kind of almost like, I was in the grocery store and I got like those fat kid shakes that walk past the frozen pizza aisle.
Yeah.
And there's this one called like the Screamin' Sicilian that has like a mouth with a bunch of like you can see the pizza through the mouth. And their slogan is "Wolf it down." And I'm like, God, you fucks. I just wanted to rip open the freezer and eat it like a fucking popsicle.
Right.
But that was the same thing too that I realized that used to happen when I was trying to quit smoking. Is I'd smell a cigarette and be like, I need to beat somebody up and steal that.
Oh, sure. It's always going to be there, you know?
Yeah.
And I feel your pain in some degree too, because for the tournament that's coming up in Vegas, I have to be 165 pounds.
Oh, what are you at now?
Not too much more than that, but more than that. And the goal is to be more than that, because the way I make weight is I dehydrate.
Right.
And I weigh in and I rehydrate. And it's usually the night, like usually it's either 1 or 2 days before the tournament itself. So I have plenty of time to do that. But I don't want to have to dehydrate a ton. So I do have to watch my weight. So for the next, 8 weeks or so, I'm going to be on a pretty strict diet myself.
Good luck.
Oh, yeah, we'll be good. We'll be fine.
I believe in
my
you.
strict diet isn't as strict as most people's. I'm being a baby.
I have a my former boss at my company is a professional bodybuilder.
Oh,
and
you told me that, right? I remember that.
Yeah, he eats like broiled chicken and rice every single day.
Right.
The only snack he ever eats is like rice cakes with peanut butter on them and raw turkey.
Wow.
That's it.
Bland city.
I think I have seen him eat a burrito from Chipotle twice. And you could see the look of like severe compromise in his face with every bite that he took.
Oh, it was like a real battle for him to go. To go in.
He's very, very regimented with his food. And the other thing, at the other side of it too, is like, man, I couldn't fucking do that.
I couldn't do that. No way. Not to that degree.
It's the whole thing like with me and leftovers. It's like, I don't want to eat leftovers. It's like, well, why not? I'm like, because I just ate it. That's why they're leftovers. It's because I got bored of the first meal. And now there's a second one that I still don't want to eat.
Yeah, I'm pretty like I can eat, and I do eat basically the same things every day.
Right.
I do, but they're not fucking rice cakes. They taste good.
I learned a fascinating bit of information that I had never suspected to be true in my life.
All right.
Coffee does not dehydrate you.
No, it doesn't.
It actually hydrates you.
Sure does.
I had no idea.
Yeah,
I'd always been told that coffee dehydrates you.
It's still a big thing that's still around. There are people who believe that.
Yeah, I didn't understand this up until yesterday. Like yesterday is when I literally learned yesterday that coffee does not dehydrate you.
Right.
I realize that this is probably the only reason I haven't died of dehydration in the past few years when I think about it. Because I never used to drink a lot of water. I just drink a shitload of coffee.
Right, me too. I drink a lot of water too, but I drink a fuckload of coffee.
I do. I know. Price Chopper coffee.
Yeah, it was fucking great.
It is fucking great.
It's not. I don't know how great it is though, because I don't have that check yet.
Right.
So I'm not really sure.
Could be ass. Could be shit.
It could be.
Impossible to tell.
If that fucking envelope's light, it's gonna be. Just saying.
But knowing that, it's one of those things where now I almost want to experiment with like different types of iced coffees more, because this could be the worst or best idea I've ever come up with.
Oh, good.
You're like, oh, this is gonna be awesome.
I'm so ready.
I have a device called the Soda Stream. You've probably seen ads for it at some point.
Yep.
It just pretty much has a bottle that carbonates water, and that's the gimmick. That's what it does. It's a gigantic paint gun CO2 cartridge hooked up to a whole shitload of plastic to put bubbles in the water.
Right.
If I had the right flavor of coffee or the right blend, I could use this with my Soda Stream and make rehydrated high energy coffee soda.
Yeah.
Carbonated coffee soda.
There you go.
You don't sound as impressed as I was with myself.
I think it'd be pretty bad. To be honest with you. I would try it, but there was years ago when I was in high school, they had soda milk.
Good name for it.
Oh, sorry. Please.
Did I call it Fizz Buzz?
I thought you said it was a good name.
I did say it was a good name.
Fizz Buzz.
What's wrong with Fizz Buzz?
Nothing. It's the name of the show.
Shit.
It's the new name of the show. This episode will be called Fizz Buzz.
God damn it.
I have tears in my eyes. That's hilarious. Phenomenal.
So you'll buy it.
Yes. I'll invest in it.
Great.
Yes. I want to be co-owner of fucking Fizz Buzz Incorporated.
It's gonna be amazing.
Yeah. I'm all in.
I want to see how this works. Because what if it's not horrible? What if it's not horrible?
It's gonna be so horrible.
It won't be horrible.
Okay.
It will be horrible.
Yeah, but it'll be fucking everybody will be drinking
delicious.
Everybody will be drinking fucking Fizz Buzz.
It's marketable. It's a really high energy, rehydrating, flavored sports drink.
It really rolls off the tongue.
Fizz Buzz?
Fizz Buzz. I don't know why. That's so fucking funny. Fizz Buzz is fucking great.
I feel like you're not our biggest supporter.
Me? No, I truly love this idea. I'm gonna make a Fizz Buzz fucking promo.
Oh God! This week, Fizz Buzz.
This episode brought to you by Fizz Buzz.
Wow, man, I'm awake as shit, and I feel super refreshed
and hydrated too.
Fizz Buzz.
Fizz Buzz.
It's perfect.
What was I gonna say before Fizz Buzz came to my fucking life? It was something about soda. Oh, in high school, they had for a short time like some kind of soda milk.
Yes.
Do you remember that?
Yes.
I didn't try it because that sounds fucking disgusting.
Oh man, the high school vending machines. My one act of anarchy is like, I'm gonna switch the fucking Gatorade.
What do you mean switch the Gatorade?
So I was on student council somehow. Like I was.
Somebody just showed up and they're like, "You."
No, I was dangerously close to being elected student council president when I was in high school.
That'd have been fun. That would have been phenomenal.
Yeah, I think I lost to Sandra Smith by how did it work? It was in 9th through 12th. Everyone had to vote from those grade ranges for student council president.
Uh-huh.
And I lost to Nicole Boudreau by 12 votes.
It's pretty close.
That was dangerously close.
There's like 16 students, so that's pretty good.
I got like a consolation prize seat on the student board, whatever that fucking meant, which meant that pretty much, here's the thing with student council. If you listen to our show and you're in high school, one, you shouldn't be listening to the show.
Right.
Because really we're very bitter and very jaded at this point in our lives.
I can't disagree.
Yeah, keep your innocence. She loves you forever. She'll never leave.
Ever.
That guy's just a friend.
Yep. Absolutely. He's just a friend.
Just friends.
Yep.
And that time that you left him alone for 5 minutes in your bedroom, their pants stayed on.
Right.
Kids are quick. They get the shit done fast.
And when he came up and he's like, "Honey, where are you?" He's like, nothing. Yeah, nothing was happening.
Yeah.
Nothing was happening.
Nothing happened.
Nothing happened, dude. It's fine.
Here's the thing. When you get elected on a student council when you're a kid, it's just a bunch of fucking chores. They just give you chores.
Sounds great.
They have you stock the soda machine and read morning announcements. And because I was incredibly mature, the thought of being told that my job, the great Greg Lohman, was to stock the great Gatorade machine, I would just like haphazardly throw colors in.
Fucking rebel.
Yeah, no. If you pushed blue, who knows what fucking color was gonna fall out? It could have been anything. Red, purple, orange. Could have been Aquafina. It sucks to be that kid.
You are so fucking cool right now.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
Eat it, motherfuckers.
You're just so edgy.
If I'd done it now, I would have filled the whole machine with Fizz Buzz.
Fuck yeah. Just like just a horrible clear bottle with coffee soda in it with like a fucking piece of paper, just a piece of paper taped to it. It says Fizz Buzz.
Label will just be a bunch of question marks and say, "What is it?"
It just says Fizz Buzz in fucking Sharpie.
Oh no, that's it. The label will look like a piece of masking tape that says Fizz Buzz written in a Sharpie and a question mark at the end.
You got buzz in my fizz.
Fizz Buzz?
Yeah. Well, that's even better. The question mark. Fizz Buzz? Like the fuck?
We need to make sure people pronounce it correctly. So I
Oh
had to put
my
question mark
god,
on the end.
we need a FizzBuzz meme. If you come up with any FizzBuzz memes, you can always just
Email us at john@thejohnbrownshow.com or greg@thejohnbrownshow.com for advice, you silly bitches.
Oh, perfect.
oh, I'm crying over here. FizzBuzz? It's the greatest thing you've ever said, Greg.
Wow, thanks, John.
Fucking FizzBuzz. Question mark. No way. It's so funny.
Everybody needs some.
I think I need some.
Refresh your life.
FizzBuzz? Like what? And then the cap will just be a question mark on the top.
Ooh, perfect.
Yep. See, it's all
Perfect.
coming together.
We'll leave like, you know how Snapple puts little words of advice at the bottom of like the caps?
Sure.
We'll put it at the bottom of the bottle. And
Like
we'll write it
on the
in
inside of the bottle?
brown. So you have to finish your FizzBuzz to see what it is.
Oh, it's even better. That's great.
What's the or just do like a raffle? Be like, do you have the winning bottle? Find out. But we'll never like specify what the criteria of
There's
the winning bottle actually is.
Yeah, there's no way to actually win.
Just get to the bottom, it's a question
It'd
mark.
be a great contest.
It would be the best contest.
Yeah, it would be. It's like those old Sprite and Coca-Cola contests where it's like 1 in 7 wins.
Do you remember their
What?
Itty Gittig marketing campaign?
No.
They used to run these Coca-Cola ads during the summer that ended in this very cryptic kind of weird thing. So like Itty Gittig. I don't even know if this is still up. It was IYDKYDG. And what it was is that there was I believe it was like a concert or some sort of special promotion that they would throw this thing on the back that said Itty Gitty, and it didn't have any website or anything associated with it. It's just like the most cryptic and archaic marketing campaign ever. And I really wanted to ask Coke if they can pair with FizzBuzz to bring that back.
That'd be great. That would really knock fucking FizzBuzz into the next level.
Bring back FizzBuzz and Itty Gitty.
Yeah.
Why do I remember such trivial fucking shit?
I don't know. I have no idea how anybody would remember that ever.
I remembered a whole bunch of useless things. ran into an old friend, and we were talking, and they're like, "Yeah, well, blah 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 blah." I'm like, "Actually, it went down like this multiple times."
You were like, so interested in what they were saying. They said blah 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 blah.
Yeah, well, I don't want to like just divulge too much information.
I hear you.
No, it was. There's times where I realize I'm talking to people that my brain has committed so many extra things to memory that they've likely forgotten that I really need to reel it back a bit.
What do you mean?
Well, so like this, I have this. I always have a coworker that's got something with her, but I realized that I was like subconsciously tracking the color coordination choices with her outfits.
Okay.
And one day she's like, "I got a new shirt." I'm like, "It's just like all the other earth tone ones." She's like, what do you mean? I'm like, "You only wear earth tones. You never wear any bright colors. It's either the color of something you would find in the desert, a forest, or the ocean. And that's about it."
In case you were wondering.
Yeah. And then they were like, "Well, what do you mean by that?" And I proceeded to list like their past outfits for the past month. And then I started to feel a little weird that I was like remembering it. And I'm like, "Oh my God." And here's how I get a sexual harassment slap on the wrist at work.
Yeah, no shit.
But what ended up happening is she then became terrified to wear any other colors because she thought I would pick on her.
Oh. Greg, you're a bully. You're a fucking clothing bully.
I am.
You didn't even mean to be.
I didn't even mean to
You
be.
and your
I'm
fucking earth tones.
just a little too observant from time to
You
time.
and your stupid earth tones. Get it together.
I know.
So and
I
so.
know.
So and
It's not
so
my
from
fault.
Greg's work.
Well, there's still a guy sits next to me that told me that my face was frozen in an eternal frown.
It's a nice little dose of positivity for you.
It's like, thanks.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks. I feel good now. Need to reach for this FizzBuzz to pick myself up.
Yeah, I guess I'll take a FizzBuzz. It'd be so weird to fucking order that in a restaurant.
Yeah.
Everybody's like,
then,
"I'll just take a
when I
Coke."
catch them with kids, like, I'd like a chocolate fizz buzz, please.
I'll take a chocolate fizz buzz.
A chocolate fizz buzz,
I guess
please.
everybody that orders it sounds like they're from California.
Fizz buzz.
I don't know. I just like take a fizz buzz.
Perfect.
Fizz buzz is the best thing that ever happened, by the way.
I think it is. I'm gonna try this. This is my new goal for my soda stream. I'll probably need to buy myself a new soda stream.
Yes, probably ruin it.
If anybody from Soda Stream Marketing is listening to us and you have the fucking balls to release a fizz buzzler to the market, I will find you.
Yeah, remember that happens in like fucking 2 weeks.
Fizz buzzler.
Fizz buzz
What
comes out.
Fizz buzzler.
A buzzler. It sounds like a fucking disease. It sounds like
It really
something.
does.
It sounds like something that gives a disease.
It does. It's, yeah.
Fizz buzzler.
Maybe this is the unfortunate side effect of trying to be healthy. It's coming up with fizz buzz.
Yes, some way to have fucking soda coffee. I love coffee so much. I love soda so much. How do I combine the two? I got it. Fizz buzz.
Well, that's how we're gonna. Yeah, no, it's the future. This is how inventions happen.
That is the future. This is how. Everybody probably thought people who made fucking Coca-Cola were crazy.
Well, because they put fucking cocaine in it.
Well,
so yeah.
You feel on top of the world after you have one.
Do they have a patent on that?
On Coca-Cola?
Putting cocaine in soft drinks.
Oh, I don't know.
Because I'll move in on that.
Fizz Buzz will be fucking kicking it. Fizz Buzz Extreme with Coke. Cane.
Today, in other news, the plot of Crank 4 surrounds entirely the concept of Jason Statham needing to consume Fizz Buzz in order to keep his heart going.
He just has it and it just fucking shows it. He's like, this Fizz Buzz is so good. Fizz Buzz?
I don't know, I feel like that's like my day-to-day activities, though. Isn't so much the Fizz Buzz, but just trying to pound enough coffee and eat just enough food to stay awake.
It's really pound enough coffee and eat enough food to come up with horrible fucking puns.
It's true.
Which is life for you.
It is life for me.
I know.
But
if we didn't
if
we didn't have that mind, we would have no Fizz Buzz.
That's true. We wouldn't. I actually feel really sad that I haven't had any good puns this whole episode.
No, but you got Fizz Buzz.
I did get Fizz Buzz, but
Pretty good.
I've really been dropping that ball a lot recently.
The pun ball.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not. Sometimes it's just not there, and when it's not there, I just expect nothing but compassion.
Right.
You're just waiting for the other like shoe to fall, right? Like you're waiting for the other foot to come down with the worst one you've heard all week.
Right.
It's not there.
No.
It's not there.
The fuck.
Sorry to underwhelm you. Boom, Scott Clock. Yeah, I got nothing. I have nothing this week.
Oh, no. I was waiting for something horrible to come.
There was nothing. No, that's the worst part. It's like there's this expectation that if I'm pouring my heart out and make a terrible joke.
Yep, there is that expectation.
I did have one pretty good one this week, though.
Oh, please tell me.
Me and some friends were talking about autocorrect, and because we were having an argument because I'm addicted to arguing with people.
Yes.
And they made a comment about how they, well, because, autocorrect is easier to handle this stuff, or it's easier than doing this. And I was like, yeah, well, the other day I told my mother to go duck herself.
It's never ducking autocorrect.
It's never ducking.
You mother ducker.
My mother would respond quack. I'd be like, I don't think you understand where this conversation has gone.
You're like, oh no. oh, nerds.
Oh, you guys. Fuck.
No duck.
No duck. I quacked myself up.
Hey, there it is.
Yeah.
You want to call it?
That wasn't very good pun. I put too many of my eggs in one basket.
Jesus. God. We've woken a fucking sleeping giant here. All right, Greg. I think we're out of content.
I think we're out of content too.
Fizz Buzz lasted a good
Fizz Buzz?
15 minutes. But solid show. Fun.
Solid show.
Always fun talking with my
Always
friend
fun.
Greg. We actually, I think we went basically an entire week without talking.
We did. Well, we have
It
to.
feels too long.
It does feel too long.
It does.
Where's this going, John?
It's not going anywhere. I just feel
All right.
I was being legitimate. None of us believe each other anymore. Like, how is he going to use this sentence to hurt me?
How is he gonna leverage this?
But I will say, you sent me a picture of yourself, and you look good.
Thank you.
You look swimmingly.
I am working hard. It will be even better by the time you see another one.
Ooh.
With
And
the velvet robe.
Yes. Weighted ball hyper extensions are impossible.
Yeah,
That's what you said.
they're fucking stupid.
And then I said, it sounds like a Street Fighter move.
It may as well be. Whoever came with that move is a fucking dickbag.
It really does sound like one, though.
You're supposed to like get a barbell and hold it and lean over an exercise ball and then lean back up.
Oh.
But then the ball starts to escape from you, but you're holding this weight, so you don't know what to do.
So you're gonna break your arms.
Yeah. And then you look over and there's this like chick that weighs like 90 pounds just like doing it while lifting a building on her chest. And,
She's got her boyfriend on her back.
it's got her boyfriend on her back. She's texting and blowing bubbles in her gun.
Auto
while holding
correcting.
up half the fucking gym.
What the duck.
Yeah. What the duck?
But I had to bring this up too, that you sent me pictures of a conversation you had with somebody
Oh God.
about statistics and decimal points.
Holy shit.
And I couldn't believe it was real. So I wrote, holy fuck balls. And you wrote, yep.
Yeah, it was real. It was real. One of the people I interact with daily, they were trying to postulate one of my favorite arguments about how gluten is bad for you.
Right.
Which I've been crystal clear that is horseshit on this show. At least my scientifically backed and validated opinion is that it's horseshit.
Yes, we both feel that way.
Right, and it's important to mention that our argument is backed by science.
Correct.
Because science is always right. It's Neil deGrasse Tyson put it the best, is that science is true whether or not you believe in it.
It's really a brilliant way to put it. And
That
I
is
believe
a brilliant way to put it.
we also used an article many episodes ago about this, where a group of scientists actually went into a study to prove that gluten was bad for you even if you didn't have celiacs. And
Right.
they ended up coming out the other end and going, we were wrong. It's only
Right.
So
It's only if you have celiac.
yeah.
So I informed this coworker. I'm like, hey, this is horseshit. Only 0.3% of the population have this problem. To which they respond, well, I think 30% is a pretty big chunk.
Right.
And I was like, no, your math is terrible. Clearly you're joking. And they're like, no, I don't see the difference. You said 0.3%. I'm like, right. So it's like, yeah, so 30% of the population. And I just lost it.
I believe I'm reading it right now.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, a college education.
You wrote, yeah, you wrote, please tell me you're kidding.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's real, guys.
Yeah, he sent me, I think it's 3 pictures. Yeah, 3 pictures worth of a conversation. And it's infuriating to where I just wrote back to Greg, use real statistics, Greg. Decimals are hard.
Well, I keep trying to get her to let me post it somewhere. I'm like, can I put that on Reddit?
Yeah, nobody will see it, I promise.
She's like, no. And I'm like, what if I change your name?
Is that what she sounds like?
Yeah.
No.
No, we're on polar opposite ends of the spectrum, me and this young lady. She's very, very nice. She does a great job. But our spiritual, political, and health views are all on completely different ends of the spectrum.
Right. Just talk in normal stats.
Yep, I did.
I know you did.
And there was, I'm like, I think I actually said I did.
I believe you wrote, I did. It's math. It's all stats. All stats are math.
All stats are math. There's no fucking opinion. It's not about how you feel about it.
Right. And then I'm not doing a math test was a response too. And then you wrote, I'm being trolled. You're messing with me. I'm on to you. This conversation ends here. So Greg basically fucking pulled the parachute cord.
No, eject.
Said, fuck this.
I was smashing the eject button on my snarked jet.
I was sitting there reading it. I'm like, is he trolling me? Did he make somebody's name up and just start fucking putting two different conversations down?
I wish.
Yeah. And then I'm like, no,
more sense.
I don't think Greg could even write this stupidly.
I couldn't. There's no way.
Boy.
But
all right. Well, that was good. I had to ask about that.
No, it was real. It happened, and I hated it.
You hated every second of it.
Yeah.
Although I think you did enjoy capturing it and sharing it.
That would be a good segment of the show if we could alternate between that each week.
What?
It was real. It happened, and I hated it.
Yeah, that would be a good segment.
That sounds like a good segment title.
It is a good segment title. I could think of a few stories. I bet.
Write that one down. I've been slowly fearing the point where you and I may one day run out of organically driven content through shooting the shit.
Yep.
I fear this.
It's a
We
fear.
both feel this. We were playing with fire each day. If it hadn't been for FizzBuzz, we've had 15 minutes and not know what was going on.
The struggle is real.
The struggle is real. So I'd keep trying to think of things that'd be like good segments. So another one is, what does blank even do anymore?
Yes. Yeah, we've had a few of those segments that organically happen. Yeah. What does Arnold even do anymore? I think I think that was the name of a fucking entire episode.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. So we get like some little like stingers forms, like, what does whoever even do anymore? And then like we enter it in. It'd be great.
It sounds like a good idea.
And along with it was real, it happened and I hated it.
It's real, it happened. And I hated it. That is hilarious. All right.
Love it.
All right, Gregory.
Jonathan.
Good show.
Good show to you as well, sir.
The old chap. Say goodbye to the audience.
Goodbye, audience. Remember, drink your FizzBuzz.
FizzBuzz.